It's Reaction Monday. Hashtag MSW.
All right, this is the World Cup update on hashtag MSW, powered by Rexona. It won't let you down. Oh, somebody that's not going to let us down, whatever it takes, I can safely tell you, as Springbok captain Siya Kolisi. I mean, he's called on South Africans to stay positive and also throw their full support behind Bafana Bafana ahead of Wednesday's decisive World Cup clash with South Korea. So Kolisi said that the national team needs unity and belief from the country as they fight for a place in the knockout stages. South Africa head into the final Group A fixture knowing that a win could secure that historic progression to the last 16.
Well, they did. Obviously, I understand the people of the country where it was a tough first loss. You know, they weren't really happy, but the way they answered the second game, I mean, the amount of attacking they did, but they just couldn't get the opportunity and fought till the end and obviously got the penalty. I really believe they have it in them, and I think like we don't always get it right. Like our first game in the World Cup, we lost against New Zealand. So we just need to get behind them, because I know for a fact that Ronman and his team are giving their best at all times. So let's just be as positive as you can, just get behind them. And for them, yeah, I can't tell them what to do in soccer, but what Coach always tells us, the other team can't outwork you. The intensity of the game, that's really important, and I'm sure they know, because I know as South Africans, like Coach will tell us, like they want to see you work out, they don't want to see you give up. You know, it must always look like it must be a fight, it mustn't look like a fight. So that's all I can say for myself, but I can't talk anything technically. And then
we'll take anything from you, Siya. When a back-to-back world champion in rugby can tell us a thing or two what to do in a world platform. And well done to the Springboks against the Barbarians over the weekend. Good to have rugby back. And good to get advice from a Springbok rugby captain. We'll certainly send that message through to the Bafana Bafana camp. We'll talk about the world of football. I mean, it never, ever, ever sleeps. And also on the biggest stage on earth, it continues to deliver all the drama, the surprises, as well as those unforgettable moments. I mean, from Miami to Atlanta, Toronto to Los Angeles, the FIFA World Cup is throwing up stories that actually nobody saw coming. Debutants. And if you've been watching Cape Verde, I would love to hear from you. There's just something happening within that nation, something that is very difficult to describe. I mean, they are proving that they belong amongst the elite, and also, taking points off giants and writing history chapter after chapter for African football. I mean, it's a nation that's dreaming, a team that's believing, and also a tournament beginning to take shape right now. Spain responded with emphatic fashion. Good to see Lamine Yamal back with the bang, kind of reminding everybody why they are amongst the favorites. So Belgium's golden generation, meanwhile, are facing another World Cup battle after being frustrated by, guess who? Iran. While Germany, they've rediscovered their fighting spirit with a dramatic late winner against Côte d'Ivoire. And to break it all down, we go live to Germany. He is the founder as well as CEO of Ad Result Sports, a global football intelligence and digital transformation expert, someone who tracks the game beyond the scorelines, from performance, data, strategy, and the stories that are shaping football worldwide. So Mario Leo joins us live now to review the weekend's action, the biggest talking points from the World Cup, the rise of the underdogs, and also the pressure on the traditional giants, and what those numbers are telling us about, the road ahead. Mario Leo, welcome to Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Yes, good afternoon, Robert, and good day to you in the US, so on the west side of the world. I hope you already made your way to Mexico, back again to Monterrey, or I'm not sure whether you watched the game. So I'm happy to be back on the show. Good evening, listeners, and lots to talk about in a very short amount of time, and it's an amazing World Cup so far.
No, absolutely. I mean, let's dive straight into it. I look at the Group E, and all I see is Germany, top of the group. I see Germany 6 points, and I see Germany on to the next round. I mean, how does it make the nation feel?
Finally, there is euphoria, and happiness, and a great spirit, and a great mood, and positive media coverage of Germany and the World Cup. Because obviously it was a slow start. We had quite a negativity before the tournament because of obviously the political involvement, the narrowness of Infantino versus with Donald Trump, the high ticket pricing, the high logistic pricing to the venues. So we had a very negativity inside the public because of media. And obviously, then you have a team now who showed in the first game the character, their spirit, their will. And determination. And in the second game, they showed mentality. They showed physicality because Cote d'Ivoire has challenged Germany very intensively. And honestly, I would have been happy already with a draw. But we have a super substitute called Dennis Undav, who doesn't need a lot of touches with the balls, who knows where the goal stands, and scored twice to turn it around. And I think Germany is positioning himself as not the favorite of the tournament, but as a contender to be ready to go far.
When you talk about far, when you had to be and have to be as analytical, maybe at times critical as Mario Leo is, how far do you think they can go?
I think when we look at the second round of knockout stage, obviously that's going to be, as it stands at the moment, the biggest task for Germany. Because as it stands, if Germany wins the group, if France win their group, then it's Germany, France in the second knockout stage, and that obviously is going to be for me. Obviously France. I count France as for me the biggest favorite for the World Cup because of the offensive, because of the experienced defense. I don't think the goalkeeper is ready for the best of the best, but obviously he's growing with the team. But overall, France has the strongest individuals and the strongest team to be fielded. And if Germany passes France, then it can go all the way. But obviously qualifying for the knockout stage is the first time for Germany since the World Cup 2014. And we all know what happened at the World Cup of 2014 and who won the World Cup in 2014. So obviously there is slow belief within the public of Germany that we can go very far, because when you had that win or that goal of Dennis Undav in the final seconds of the match, you saw that everybody, the bench, the players, the coaches, or some of the coaching staff went into the cradle of celebration, or into the fumble of celebration. And that shows that everybody understands their role, that there is a great team spirit, which usually Germany had really issues in Qatar and in Russia. But that is overcome. Julian Nagelsmann has done a fine job in selecting the players, and the players bonded very well in their time together. And Germany has the belief, obviously, with this win against Cote d'Ivoire, that Germany is not distracted by going a goal behind. They can return. They have a strong mentality, and they can go very far.
I might be jumping the gun here slightly, but I watched this World Cup and I'm saying to myself, are we seeing a bit of a shift in world football where, the gap between traditional giants and also the so-called smaller nations is disappearing? I mean, you look at it from a performance analysis perspective, Mario. Which teams have impressed you beyond just results? I threw in early on the name of Cape Verde. I mean, they've gone from World Cup debutants to taking points of Spain. And, one watched long and hard in the wee hours of the morning where they played against Uruguay. What does this rise tell us about the growth of African football, but more especially, though, of Cape Verde?
Yeah, I mean, Cape Verde qualified for the AFCON, did fairly well at the AFCON from a playing style. That again, the team bonded very well, and you can see in every pass, in every tackle, in every role play, you can see the mentality, you can see the belief, you can see the pride. They represent the whole nation. You see the celebrations around the world. I mean, my news feed on social media is full of Cape Verde songs. Like, I mean, you don't want to hear me sing, Robert, but my feed is full of "This is Cape Verde," the islands, from the islands to the biggest stage, and it gives me goosebumps and gives me pride to see Cape Verde going that way. But that's also the stage of the World Cup, and we already discussed that in Qatar. that there is no big team and small team anymore. It's 90 minutes, and obviously now it's probably 98 minutes because of hydration breaks and then stoppage time. So it's let's say 100 minutes of football. In 100 minutes, anything can happen. And if the team performs very well, if the coaching staff has done their analysis, their video analysis of the opponent, and if the team believes and the mentality of the team believes that they can do it, we see mountains moving, we see rocks shifting away or fading away fairly easily. And Cape Verde is one of those nations where I'm saying they shifted mountains. I believe that they will have next year 30 maybe 40% more tourism on the island. Because the entire world wants to go to the islands of Cape Verde. So this is going to be a sustainable, successful role, not only in football. The entire country, the entire nation will benefit from the positivity. Yeah, when we talk about Bosnia's mom, it was impossible for 8 weeks, 12 weeks to get a visa. Yeah, now you see there's a draw against Spain. Bosnia makes a statement in the media saying, "Hey, I'm very sorry that my mom cannot witness this." And within 48 hours, the visa is granted. Politicians make their way. Chinese pay the flight to go to the US or to North America. And she's there to witness another heroic performance and another kind of statement. So it is fantastic. There are stories on the pitch, but there are stories surrounding the pitch. And that's why Cape Verde needs to be named very, very far, very, very strong.
Yeah, I saw her in the box. She was enjoying herself. I mean, it was good to see that. It might have been Father's Day, but it's a Mother's Day any time, any day for her. I mean, what a moment in terms of world football. But a quick one on Spain, though. I mean, they went from that frustrating draw against Cape Verde to that 4-0 statement win against Saudi Arabia. I don't know what you picked up, change for them tactically. And maybe let's throw in this youngster by the name of Lamine Yamal.
He's one name, but I think what made the game very different compared to the first one, Cape Verde closed the gaps. Yeah, the Spanish team needs, or any offensive team needs speed, and Cape Verde took away that speed of the Spanish attack. While the Saudi Arabians believe that they can play a similar role to the Europeans, they can kind of push forward. They don't have to be that strong defensively. They can play, their style of play can kind of fit it. And obviously Spain obviously used all these spaces additionally given by the Saudi Arabian team to take a 3-0 lead after 25 minutes. And then obviously everything was buried and done already, because Cape Verde would have stayed. Obviously, it almost sometimes looked like handball, but this handball, with Spain passing the ball around the box of the 16-yard box, obviously took away all the speed, all the creativity. There could not be a sticking pass through the defense because Cape Verde didn't allow any space, while the Saudi Arabians gave them ample of space. And it fitted obviously Spain and their confidence, and obviously with every goal they were cruising, and now they're obviously coming into that kind of believe mode, because obviously the first 1 or 2 matches is getting the team in a mentality of belief, getting belief we can do it, we can be done, because obviously don't underestimate the social media pressure, the media pressure, everything what outside there comes into the team, because if the top 11 or the starting 11 doesn't work, there is number 12, player number 13, player number 14 pressuring the team, challenging the hierarchy and saying, I want to do it because he's not good enough, he can't perform. So that's why the team spirit is so critical, and you need to perform this throughout the tournament. And the tournament's going to be another kind of 3.5 weeks long. And you need to have, you don't want to have somebody kind of in the hotel, complaining, backstabbing and kind of rumoring. We see that in Tunisia, horrible kind of what is coming out there. We see it at Senegal, kind of media gets notion that the food is not great, the surroundings are not great, the pitches is not great, the practicing is not great. So these noises obviously come out, and they bring additional pressure to the teams. And therefore, obviously, there's on-pitch trouble, but there's also obviously off-pitch issues, and that's why the more calm it is, the more quiet it is, the more focused you can be for the matches, the better it will be. And now Spain has obviously a quiet media and eagerly awaiting public in Spain, and they will go very far in that tournament.
I wanted to touch on Belgium, but I'll park that for our next conversation, Mario. Maybe a quick one regarding what you deal with on a regular basis. Results Sports, I mean, looks at football through data as well as intelligence. What are the numbers telling us about this World Cup that fans may not see?
It's the World Cup of highlights. I think what the worlds don't what the public doesn't see is that the attention span is shifting. I think here in Europe, I would say there is 60% of the football fans, or maybe actually 80% of the football fans who have not watched all the live games from start till the end. But all these 80% have watched the highlights. So it's becoming a highlight show, a near live or almost live highlight show versus obviously this entire broadcast. And the conversation takes place on social media. And that's for me the biggest shift. So it's an attention-grabbing kind of environment where we see it's an engagement game, it's a live performing game, and it's a viewership game. So we're going to see record numbers, we're going to see record attendance, we're going to see record social media engagement. And we're going to see, that's what Gianni Infantino will be most happiest, we will see record revenues because the hydration break alone will gather an additional 400 to 500 million euro on advertisement money for FIFA, which I personally don't like, to be honest, but I leave it to everybody else to judge it. But that's obviously a window of opportunity which FIFA is grabbing.
All right, let's take our hydration break. Mario Leo, founder of Results Sport, coming through live to us here from Germany. Thank you so much, Mario. Chat soon.
Robert, it's always a pleasure to be on your show. Thank you so much for having me.
Do follow Mario Leo at Mario Leo. As far as the Twitter is concerned, still call it that. Probably will forever call it that. Somebody was saying that social media is not real life. We'll find out what that is all about because we heard Mario talking about social media and how high the interaction has been on that. It is hashtag MSW on a Monday.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
When there's tough to be done, you keep moving. Driving through dirt roads, back roads, and roads less traveled, with just your thoughts to keep you company. And along that journey, you'll have a silent partner. One that gets you to work, to the rescue, to your son's big rugby game, without a complaint or a hesitation. Because when there's tough to be done, there's the new generation Hilux.
Nothing beats the thrill of Lotto Star's exclusive lotteries. Go big with Africa Millions. Find your fortune with Lucky Labola. Or strike it rich with Gold Rush Millions. Each spin could lead to payouts of up to 10 million rand instantly. Spin now at Lotto Star, your world of live games. Lotto Stars licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. Winners know when to stop. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
We needed cardboard, glue and tape for ancient history. But now we've built a pyramid with flashing LEDs. The dogs bark calls like Pharaoh and there's glitter on the floor. How did we end up here? Well, it's the crazy store.
That's crazy, crazy, that's the crazy store. Went in for one small thing, came out with so much more.
The crazy store. Hey, you never know what you might find.
As a mom, you're the moment maker. With Lancewood by your side, of course. The everyday breakfast toast spreader. The snack-packed lunchbox maker. The don't forget this for later packer. The one more hug before you leave, and sister. And when everything quietens down, a moment for yourself taker. With creamy, indulgent spoonfuls of Lancewood double cream yogurt. Obviously. Lancewood. Quality time.
Bro, why are you dancing?
I'm not dancing.
Your foot's tapping.
Okay, you caught me.
Dude, you're embarrassing me. What happened?
Amazon Prime Day deals happened.
Amazon Prime Day?
Exclusive deals, fast and free delivery, Prime Video, the works.
Oh, that's why you're dancing.
You find a deal that's good and see what happens.
I just found one.
Ha! See? Now who's got the moves?
Amazon.
That's the big deal feeling. Amazon Prime Day is live. Sign up for your free 30-day trial today. T's and C's apply.
If you're furnishing a new office or expanding and upgrading your workspace, Desk and Chair have the perfect solution for you. With locally manufactured office furniture and desking starting from just $7.99 and a stylish chair range to suit your taste and budget, we've got you covered. Our expert consultants are here to guide you through planning, delivery, and assembly. Visit our Midrand showroom or shop online at deskandchair.co.za. Desk and Chair. Think, feel, work better.
You're locked into Marawa Sports Worldwide. Live across Canada, Mexico, and the USA at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Mokoena puts it in the corner. Lance Davids, good evening, sir. I mean, you represent Tebogo Mgwena, correct?
Correct.
That guy belongs somewhere in Europe. We all can see what a quality player he is. Is he going to leave SA and find a new contract somewhere?
Of course, every player, and especially Tebogo, that's his dream. He always wanted to play abroad. We're all trying from our side of the field to find a solution or find the best thing. Tebogo's happy at Sundowns, of course, if he could. He's coming to his last years also now. He's not getting a young one. He needs to also decide what is going to be best for him.
Which league? Which club?
I think, Rob, to be honest, I think Tebogo just wants to play in a competitive. He's a competitive guy. But, Tebogo just wants to add value wherever he's going to be.
Yeah.
I never thought as a kid I'll be here, It's a dream come true.
This is my dream.
Champions of the world! Robert Marawa. Live from Atlanta. This is the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
Hi Rob, this is Tom Nyati from Edinburgh. Greetings to you and greetings to all MSW shareholders and your team there. My reaction Monday is, firstly, welcome back Rob, welcome back. Secondly Rob, I think if we talk of fighting for the African badge, Cape Verde have shown us that, Rob, so far. Rob, those guys, they can fight. It won't surprise me to see a jump in their CAF and FIFA World Rankings when they get announced. But they are giving a very good fight, Rob. You enjoy watching their games, even if they start late and stuff like that. But, they're a team to watch, Rob. Interesting indeed. Good choice always, Rob.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think we'll only be in agreement about Cape Verde, especially what they did, man, against Uruguay. Never mind the Spain game. They didn't have much of the possession because you expect a giant like Uruguay, who were ranked many spots above them, to dominate. So they dominated Uruguay as far as ball possession is concerned, total shots and so on. But the shots on target that Cape Verde had were 4, which were actually more than what Uruguay had, which was 2, which resulted in goals. So, if anybody watched that game and you are wondering what's that secret weapon that is carrying Cape Verde, please share.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa and MSW listeners. The issue of refereeing there in World Cup, some fouls, we don't know how it works because Tembas got a red card by using the hand. So yesterday, Uruguay versus Cape Verde, the right back of Uruguay, the one who scored the second goal for Uruguay, he was busy tackling this guy very badly, the left back of Cape Verde. But the referee never cautioned him or VAR to suspend that guy because he was brutal.
Hey, brother, Sir JC Tebe here. Good evening to my fellow MSW shareholders. Brother, my World Cup predictions has always been that either Belgium or Holland will win the World Cup and Bafana will go to the next round. And I still stand by that. Cape Verde, I was probably surprised at how they play. And the funny thing is that they might end up leading that group, because if they win their last game and then the other two get to draw, they might be the leaders of that group. And Egypt, I enjoyed the game, and it's just that they were not very clinical. They could have scored 5 or 6 goals, but nevertheless, they did us proud. Thanks a lot, Brarap. Good show, as always.
Thank you so much. I don't know about Belgium. I mean, Belgium, all the controversies about Doku just trying to be, with his wife who's giving birth, and they make it such a big thing. You've heard of cricketers, rugby players, football players around the world who take time out and say, hey, listen, in a couple of days, my wife is due to give birth, and they go. That's the human thing to do. So all sorts of people have been making unnecessary. I know of golfers at the highest level of playing golf in the professional ranks. The same thing is done. It's only if it's your fifth kid and you say, no, the wife said, it's okay. I'm gonna just focus on the golf. But guys, listen.
Evening, Rob. Evening to all the shareholders of MSW. On this Reaction Monday, I want to repeat. Social media is not life. Every time you go online, it's just new. There's no hype to this World Cup. This World Cup won't be successful. But look at what we are watching. Look at what we are witnessing, Rob. Beautiful football. And gone are the days when results were foregone conclusion. When first world countries or these Europeans could just walk all over other teams. What I love also about the World Cup is you get introduced to countries and places you didn't even know about. Abo Curaçao, abo Cape Verde, putting on a show. And we really are enjoying it, Darop. Let's see how far the African teams are going to go, loving their football too. And most importantly, I'll be watching the GOAT tonight, Messi. Let's see how well he will play. Yeah, but really enjoying the World Cup and hope you are too. Sharp.
Yeah, he's talking about Argentina up against Austria. That game happening tonight. And as a lot of people have been saying that, hey, the coach shouldn't even be playing. He should have gotten a red card. That red card didn't happen. Immunity, hey? All right, let's talk about it. This Reaction Monday. As I said earlier, good to see the Boks playing over the weekend, and they also got the results. We'll go back to all of your WhatsApp voice notes. Plenty of them. I love what he said, though, saying that social media is not a real thing. People will say, the attendance is going to be poor. There hasn't really been poor attendance at any game. I just think people have saved up their last pennies. I met a guy who's a policeman in Spain. He was saying he's a policeman in Barcelona. And his savings were really put towards this World Cup experience. Himself and his son managed to come through because he was celebrating his son's 15th birthday. So both of them, treated themselves to one game. That's all they can afford. And then they go back to Barcelona again. So those and many other stories were what people were sharing. Yes, it's an expensive World Cup. Don't put that past anybody. Very, very expensive. Talking about another expensive sport. Hey, tennis. Hey, cross-court season heating up and all roads leading to where? To Wimbledon. The women's game delivering drama in Berlin. A 21-year-old Czech star Linda Noskova stunned at number 1, or the number 4, Jessica Pegula, to claim the WTA 500 title. Victory that will see her break into the top 10 for the very, very first time. All sorts of things were happening in London. There's also an American powerhouse that we're going to chat about. But maybe the biggest headline of them all, a name synonymous with Wimbledon greatness. I'm talking about Serena Williams. Yeah, she's back. The 23-time Grand Slam champion has accepted a wild card and will return to singles competition at the championship as Wimbledon prepares to open its doors. Now, the question is very, very simple. Who arrives ready to conquer the grass? I mean, who cracks under the pressure that's there? And who writes their name in tennis history? That's why tennis promoter Bruce Davidson joins us now to unpack the biggest talking points from the Wimbledon build-up, from the rise of the new generation to the champions that are chasing history. Bruce Davidson, thank you so much for your time. Good evening.
And hello to all your listeners.
Good to have you back. I know when I'm chatting to you, Bruce, it really means that the hottest championships around the world are back, but it doesn't get any bigger than Wimbledon. I mean, it's almost here. And after watching the grass court to build up, I mean, who's impressed you the most and who should fans be watching very closely?
Well, it was a dramatic French Open, as you quite know. I mean, nobody ever expected what we did expect in in women's singles. First time in the men's singles since 1969 that a Grand Slam champion didn't make the quarterfinals. It was just wacky of any Grand Slam. So I'm expecting a lot of the same stuff at Wimbledon, because if you look at the warm-up tournaments, it's bizarre what's going on. Players are winning that shouldn't be winning. A prime example was in the women's tournament in Berlin. 9 of the top 10 in the world were playing there, and not one of them won the tournament. You know, it was just, as you pointed out in the introduction, Linda Basova, who won from the Czech Republic, and now she's in the top 10, but there wasn't one that won there. So I think in the men's singles, if I look at the warm-up tournaments, and just to let the listeners know, it's a very, very difficult transition from the clay to the grass. There's only 3 weeks for them to do that, and there are 3 weeks of tournaments. So in the men's singles, I think Taylor Fritz, who's a grass court specialist, is the one that's looking the best. He reached the final in Halle, he reached the final in Stuttgart, and he got to the semi-finals of the Eastbourne tournament, and of the Queen's tournament. He's going to be playing in the Eastbourne tournament. So he's really using every single grass court opportunity to get his game in shape. Some players like Amira Andreeva have decided not to play any grass court tournaments, same as Novak Djokovic leading up to Wimbledon. They're just quietly, somewhere secretly preparing on grass. And I think that's also what's happened to Jannik Sinner. I am a little bit concerned about Jannik Sinner. The results of his tests came out after he went to Torino and Milan for extensive tests, and they've said that he's fit and everything's fine. But they've done a study. He has never won a match over 3 hours and 50 minutes. And we know that Grand Slam tennis is over the best of 5 sets, and most of the matches go to incredible lengths. And it's at Wimbledon, it's one of the traits of being fit and being able to last long. Some matches even go to the next day. So they're really trying to work hard at finding out what makes it impossible for him to win a match that goes longer than 3 hours and 50 minutes. And it's all fatigue, and he gets dizzy, etc., etc. So even our defending champion, depending on fitness, he's the clear front runner, but he's going to have his work cut out. Novak Djokovic, seven times champion, is looking for a 25th title. He knows without Carlos Alcaraz in the draw because of that operation he had, he's got a very good chance. And of course, Zverev, who's never done well at Wimbledon, never reached past the round of 4, is ultra confident after winning the French Open. In the women's singles, Aryna Sabalenka must be probably the favorite. It's a very competitive field, the women's singles. But Aryna Sabalenka's got this massive baseline power, which suits the grass. Rybakina, 22 champion, big serve. She must be right up there. Mira Andreeva, I think she's French Open champion, lots of confidence, quarterfinalist at Wimbledon last year. And I think that maybe she's made a mistake, not playing a few matches before going into Wimbledon. But that's my pick.
Sure. I mean, what a pick. I mentioned as well, Bruce, the name of Serena Williams returning to singles at Wimbledon. But that's created massive excitement. What does her comeback actually mean for sport realistically now? What can we, as the fans, as the viewers, expect from her?
Well, I think it's great for tennis and it's great for sport. We all know that she's an absolute brilliant player. She would never have come back if she wasn't confident of competing. She did very well with Victoria Mbuko in the doubles in Germany, and that gave her the confidence. They could have done better, but Victoria had to withdraw because of her injury. And, you know, she put her hand up for that wild card. They gave it to her because obviously she's the Queen of Wimbledon, and they've given the wild card to her and assist in the doubles, which I think is a great thing. Listen, it's good for TV. It's good for gates. It's good for money. It's good for everything. And if she has a good draw, she can go deep in the tournament. I've been told by insiders that her fitness is at its peak, so that's not a problem. She's striking the ball well, and she felt confident enough in that first doubles match that she played with Victoria to play singles. She said that was going to be her test, and she really has been practicing hard. She's been on the court 5 hours a day since she arrived in Europe, on the grass courts, practicing, and I think she could do some damage, but she's going to be a dark horse, and all the girls are going to have a very big sigh when the draw is done, because Serena Williams is going to come out there as an unseeded player.
My goodness, can't wait for that. And just a final one, Bruce. I mean, you and I know that grass kind of rewards certain styles. You've seen the big serves, the quick points, the aggressive play. Is there a particular player that you think will benefit in these conditions?
Yeah, I think definitely Ben Shelton. We've got to look at Ben Shelton. We've got to look at Taylor Fritz, as I said, grass court specialist. Novak thrives in the grass. And I think in the women, it's Sabalenka because of her big game. It's Rybakina because of her big serve. But that's what makes an explosive player with a big game has got a chance on grass. And we've seen that with Francis Tafu. He won in Halle. He's got that incredible game, good return of serve, and very explosive around the court. So those are the players that you're going to watch win. But I have been told also by an insider that instruction has been given to Slazenger, the official ball supplier, to make the balls a bit softer, which means that there might be a little bit of a slower game because of the ball pressure. And I think that the tournament is trying to level things out, because it's quite boring watching a Sampras match at Wimbledon where it's serve, volley, finished. Serve, volley, finished. So they want to draw a little bit out, but that could play into the favour of some of the players that aren't as fast as Fritz, for instance, and Djokovic with their returns and their serves.
I'm sure there'll be objections to that, especially when the players say, we haven't had enough time to use those balls and to practice with them. But hey, you never know. We look forward to it. We look forward to Wimbledon as always. And Bruce, you'll be at the heart and center of it. Thank you so much as always for your time.
Pleasure. Keep your eye on the ball, Rob.
Bruce Davidson, tennis promoter, joining us right here on #MSW.
#MSW, live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
Babe, I'm getting extra cash from my insurance. I was thinking romantic getaway or a treat for the kids.
You're getting money from your insurer?
Yes, my cash back from my way. I'll get back 10% of my monthly premiums for staying claim-free for 2 years. I'm getting 5,680 Rand.
Now that's real cash.
Real people, real cars, real rewards. For a quote, visit myway.co.za. My cashback is a feature on qualifying products paid after 2 claim-free years and all premiums paid. Premiums are risk profile dependent. My Way is a licensed non-life insurer and FSB. T's and C's apply. My Way. Live your way.
Joburg winter is creeping in. The mornings are colder, the scarves are back, and suddenly getting out of bed feels like an extreme sport. So why not follow the sun? Swap the chill for warm Durban beaches, island time in Mauritius, turquoise waters in Zanzibar, or even a European summer with a vibe. Wherever the sunshine is calling, Flight Centre will help you get there. Visit your nearest Flight Centre store or flightcentre.co.za to start planning. Flight Centre, your centre for travel.
Welcome to Nando's Taste-Demonials. It's the flavor! Real reviews by real people. Nadine from Belito is no scallop, but she did call the flame-grilled half chicken in Nando's unique peri-peri recipe with a single side of your choice for $125 dope. Whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop, whoop! Okay, sorry. Relax, Nadine. The only thing we're busting here is your hunger. Okay? Nando's. Oh, what a place.
So, your phone battery drops quicker than your salary after debit orders. Yeah, let's chat. At Chats Connect, we speak the same language. Smart value, no stress. Get the Honor 600 Lite for 399 Rand per month over 36 months on a 1 gig Red Core top-up and save 1,080 Rand. Plus, sign up or upgrade and stand a chance to win an Honor R3 Robot Cleaner weekly. Offer ends 6 July on new contracts. Only at Chats Connect stores or chatsconnect.co.za. Vodacom's largest independent dealer channel. T's and C's apply.
Guess what? What? King Pie is giving away 3 cars. Yep, you heard me. And you could be the lucky winner driving one home. All you have to do is buy the Big Share Feast. Backed by popular demand. That's right. Grab yourself a feast and stand a chance to win big. Now that's true freedom. Get yours at your nearest King Pie for only 199 Rand. T's and C's apply. King Pie, a taste of comfort.
When there's tough to be done, you keep moving. Driving through dirt roads, back roads, and roads less traveled, with just your thoughts to keep you company. And along that journey, you'll have a silent partner. One that gets you to work, to the rescue, to your son's big rugby game, without a complaint or a hesitation. Because when there's tough to be done, there's the new generation Hilux.
You're locked into Marawa Sports Worldwide. Live across Canada, Mexico, and the USA at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Mokoena puts it in the corner.
Lance Davids, good evening, sir. Debo Mukwena's tears during the singing of that national anthem.
No, I thought, from the first game, a lot of negativity, I would say, coming back. And then you could see it, there was, sparks. There was that, could see the players want to show the country that they're going to turn things around in the second game, which I was really pleased. We had a great support. I thought we were playing at home in the Atlanta Stadium, and the fans we had the 12th man on our side. So it was really impressive and supportive for the boys.
It was an identifiable Bafana that was now playing.
No, I think it was the changes that everyone thought, and the coach he did what was right for the country, and I think we could have get 3 points out of the game.
They're still alive for this World Cup.
Robert Marawa. Live from Atlanta, this is the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
All right, your reaction, your expectation of the games that are going to be happening tonight, as we've identified that the two A's are going to be in action tonight at about 7 o'clock. It should kick off. That's Argentina up against Austria. Then you got France playing against Iraq. So very crucial games, as you know, that permutations now start to kick in as far as the tournament is concerned. So Brighton earlier this morning, one was watching New Zealand playing against the Egyptians, 3-1 that ended Uruguay and Cape Verde, an exciting 4-goal thriller that ended in that 2-2 draw. 0607080484, 0607080484. Otherwise, if you want to call us directly in studio, feel free. The number 011-883-8947, 011-883-8947. Let's hear from you.
Rob, I must say good luck to all African teams who have done well in the World Cup. I must say hard luck to Tunisia. Algeria, our hopes are with you also. Bafana, I'm seeing a video with a Korean player warning. They can warn on social media, but on the field of play, they won't do it. Our hope, our morale, our citizenship is all at stake. As Mzwake Mbuli once said, good luck, Bafana, hola. Thank you, Robert. Butingongi Bonafide in the Eastern Cape.
Hey, Buti, thank you so much indeed. You heard the earlier voice note saying that social media is not a real thing. So whatever happens there, sure, great. We deal with what happens on the field.
Even Rob, my reaction Monday has to be the 2026 FIFA World Cup with 121 goals scored across 40 matches so far. The tournament is averaging 3 goals per game, making it one of the highest scoring tournaments in the modern days of World Cup. But as much as we are celebrating the World Cup, we also need to spare a thought for our legend, Ubabu Shakes Mashaba, and we pray that he recovers pretty much soon as the legend, and also we hope that the necessary help will come through to get the legend back into good state of health. Thank you so much.
Yeah, funny enough, Debs, during the break, I was reading a post by Lebohang Maile, who was saying that after receiving news of his ill health, we paid a courtesy visit to Coach Mashaba, and we are very pleased, though, to report that he is in high spirits and remains positive. We wish him a speedy recovery and urge members of the public to keep him in their prayers. He says we also caution against those who are trying to extortion money. Hey, who are fraudulently using his name to solicit money from the public. So Lebong Maile says that a formal statement will be issued with the correct details for the Good Samaritans who may wish to offer support and assistance. Well, I haven't listened to the clip, but if it is something that we can play on radio before we go off air tonight, we'll certainly do that. It was posted this afternoon. And yes, word also reached our sports desk, just talking about the condition of Coach Shakes Mashaba. And we will certainly keep you informed with regards to his progress, which I know that a very tough man like he is will always be fighting, for his life regardless. And we wish him a speedy recovery. One of our regular contributors, regular listeners of the show, and our former Bafana coach, Ephraim Shakes Mashaba. Speedy recovery, sir.
Well, a very good day, Mr. Marawa and the MSW family. Reaction Monday 2026 World Cup. Oh, what a weekend. Firstly, Spain winning a 4-0 against Saudi Arabia. And then also Cape Verde coming back from to equalize to make it 2-2 against the Uruguay. The Faroes winning their first match at the World Cup, 3-1 against New Zealand. A game that we enjoyed, me and my mother, is the game between Belgium and Iran as a game of a final. That's for me and us and my mother. We believe that that's the final of the 2026. Iran's goalkeeper giving his best and God-given talent. Great show as always, Bongani Kama from Sepiso.
Hi, Mr. Marawa and the team. I'd like to say I'm impressed by Iran. They didn't wear a victim badge, even when the odds were against them, but they defied the odds. I wish them the best. I'm impressed by Iran. David in Parkwood.
Let's remind people how difficult things have been, though. How difficult things have been for Iran.
You're locked into Marawa Sports Worldwide. Live across Canada, Mexico, and the USA at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
New York Times journalist Tariq Panjam. What happened behind the scenes? How did politics shape Iran's World Cup journey? Is it all purely down to the politics? Can we describe it in any other way, Tariq?
The only participant of the 48, which has been at war, essentially, with one of the host countries. The World Cup is 96 years old at this edition. That's never happened before. 100% pure politics. And this team, they haven't been able to play professional football since, I think, February the 28th. Once the referee blows the final whistle, they have to be hustled straight to an airport as fast as possible and onto a charter back to Mexico. I can't imagine any team having this situation.
Robert Marawa. Live from Atlanta. This is the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, that's a team that's going through the most oppressive situation you can ever describe. I could put it in many different words, but I'll just summarize it in terms of that. But look at them. When they get onto the field, they know what the business is. They've played 2 games. They got 2 points. They're number 2 to Egypt, who's top of that Group G. And they can still go far, despite the fact that it will be difficult against Egypt. That's the final game that they get to play on the 27th. But I look forward to it. Richard, I'm coming to you in a second.
Good evening, MSW shareholders. Hey, my magic moment. I've seen goalkeepers, guys. I've seen goalkeepers. But Eloy Room. When they hitting at you like 15 times, sure goes. I've seen goalkeepers, but no, not Eloy Room, guys. Not Eloy Room. No, definitely is going to England next season. No doubt. Uyavimba. Bamshanga. Iran now ndoda hey. Iran there's fighting Iran and US, but badlala ibhola. Badlala shame. Cape Verde is like you're watching a Spanish La Liga team, balibeka phansi, baliphase, balidlale kamnandi. Bafethu. This World Cup, underdogs are coming up, I'm telling you. Underdogs, Hi.
You can't mimic that. You can't mimic that. Nor can I tell that story differently. Neither can I interpret what has just happened. All I'm saying is that it's a World Cup, guys. World Cup makes us speak our 12th language or 15th language or 48th language, and that's the beauty. But one thing I picked up, you said Iran can play. We all agree. Richard in Protea Glen, good evening.
Good evening, Robert. How are you?
Hey.
Hey, yeah, this World Cup is very interesting. It's very tough.
Yeah,
especially
you tell me.
Especially when it comes to the Golden Boot, it's going to be very, very difficult. Hey, those guys are scoring goals. They're not playing.
Who do you think who's gonna get it?
It's not gonna be easy. I'm not gonna say Messi. I'm not gonna say Mbappe because these guys, other guys are scoring two goals. So far, how many guys scored three goals? It's Messi and the other guy from Canada, isn't it? They've got 3 now.
But who do you think is going to take it? I need to know from you because
I can't tell now. To be honest, I don't know. I can't tell. It's so tough. Everybody, the players are scoring braces. This young boy from Switzerland who came in and scored a brace that day, if you still remember. This Unrav from Germany. So
he's a proper player, and the fact that they've had to bring him off the bench on 2 occasions also says something. I mean, you also made mention of another key player, who's also come through. And for me, when you watch him play, you get reminded of what he does at Juventus. That's Jonathan David, who plays for Canada.
Jonathan David. Yes, 100%. Yes. So you see, it's going to be a tough one. I'm not going to say for now. I can't predict, to be honest. It's very tough. Enrique on the other side is also scoring. So there are so many guys who are scoring. It's interesting, this World Cup. And we're not sleeping, man. Hey, for 3 o'clock we're still up. Whereas we're supposed to be going to work at 5 o'clock.
That's for love. Football. That's a love for football.
Oh my God!
Man.
On Thursday they have to pardon us. We'll go to work late.
Yeah. Hey, that 3 a.m. South Africa.
That 3 a.m. Our bosses must pardon us. That will be with us.
They must understand, Richard. They must understand. Richard and Project Line. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you so much, Robert.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you very, very much indeed. But also, people are happy with Egypt. There was a stage where Egypt were not quite convincing. We decided to just extract from that clip that Lebohang Maile posted on social media. Because it was an impromptu press conference, with the family, and the daughter also made an impassioned plea.
My name is Notlanhla Mashaba. I'm the daughter of Sheikh Mashaba. I'm with mom, dad's wife, and my twin brother Jabulani Mashaba. We'd just like to say thank you for the visit that we've had today. It brings a lot of hope and encouragement. And we'd also like to just put it out there that can you as a public, those who want to assist in any shape or form, especially monetary-wise, please be responsible with which accounts you may be presented with. The ones that Mr. Maile will present on his statement, that is the one that we can account for as a family. So we thank you for your consideration in every way, and we will be looking forward to your prayers, your support, and we'll keep Dad also informed because we're getting a lot of messages. So thank you.
All right, that's the official line, guys. Just be careful. I've also seen on social media many people just posting bank accounts for people to deposit. Well, if you haven't heard, guys, Shield is now Rexona, a brand that you've trusted for years, is stepping forward with a bold new name. It's pronounced Rexona, simple, strong, and easy to remember. Now, this new name comes with a fresh new look, advanced body heat technology, so that it gets to work every time you move, keeping you feeling very confident all day. A proud partner of Bafana Bafana as well as Banyana Rexona. It won't let you down. Well, earlier that was the World Cup update on hashtag MSW, powered by Rexona. It won't let you down. Well, that's been the news, man. Just loved hearing all the different reactions coming through from you on a Monday, Reaction Monday. As I said tonight, There's also a no-sleep night again, but we're looking forward to especially the Argentina-Austria game. Then there's France and Iraq. That too should be a highly entertaining match. This has been Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Let the game begin. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.